more than $450 billion in food and fiber, manufactured goods, and tourism depends on clean water and healthy watersheds. Environmental Protection Agency, A Watershed Approach, 2009, September 12, 2013. But you might ask yourself, what is a watershed? A watershed is an area of land where water drains and turns into a river, a lake, or an ocean. Here in our community of North Manchester, we have a watershed. It's called the Air River. The Air River stretches on 110 miles from Fort Wayne to Legonsburg, Indiana, and is home to 29 species. Twice a year, the Watershed Initiative here, sponsored by Manchester College, organized a cleanup day. I believe that all of us as Manchester students and part of the Manchester community should volunteer to be able to clean up the Air River. Today, I will demonstrate how cleaning the river would help our wildlife species, also provide professional opportunities and recreational areas for us students. Protection of wildlife. The mussels are one of the most endangered species in the United States. At first we had them because they were in the cold water, and then people discovered that there were pearls inside of them, and once the pearls became valuable, people decided to harvest them, and today it is illegal in most states, including Indiana, to be able to possess a mussel. And they are very important to our watershed just because they are part of the ecosystem, and now that they are endangered, we don't have that many of them. This is a chart that I got from the Watershed Initiative website that showed how endangered the species are, and you could see that the mussel is on top of the list and has the higher rate. Also, I'm going to demonstrate to you how being able to volunteer for that opportunity would be able to provide you with professional opportunities. Volunteering can be defined as a pro-social behavior done of one's own free will and without monetary reward to benefit another person, group, or cause. Mitchum, Thomas, and Barnett Guy, Environmental Volunteering Motivation, Modes, Outcomes, Australian Geographer, December 2008, Volume 29, Issue 4, pages 537 to 552. Professional opportunities. First of all, many schools and colleges, including North Manchester, look for volunteer work as part of your requirement to be able to enroll in the school. It is important because schools today provide many scholarships that are only based on volunteer work, and you won't otherwise be able to get the opportunities unless you've done those. And also for work, during an oral interview with Katie Robinson, who is the HR director of Peabody Retirement Home, she said that volunteer work is one of the most important things that they look for, especially for people that do not have work experience. And today many professional opportunities are gotten through the volunteer work that you do. It might also be a new field of study for you. If you haven't decided on what your major might be and you decide to do the cleanup, you might meet people there that are doing biology or environmental science, and you might be interested. Also, this lady said this about being able to work outdoors. She said working outdoors was seen as promoting individual well-being at the same time as making connection with local community. Lincoln Liz, Science Beyond the Classroom, Journal of Biological Education, Spring 2006, Volume 40, Issue 2, pages 89 through 90. Being able to work outdoors might be able to be good for you because you might be able to meet new people from the community that you haven't met. I especially met probably around 50 people that I kept connections with up to this day. For recreational purposes, you might be able, if we have a clean river, you might be able to decide to get out of campus during summertime one day and might be able to swim with your friends. You can also go canoeing, which is a fun activity that I love to do. Very afraid of the water, but we have 110 miles, so you have a very long stretch where you can canoe and go down. We might also be able to have the walking trails if we do clean up the river, which could be just areas where you might want to clear up your mind and you will be able to walk there. Like I said, it's 110 miles, so if we have a path where you don't have to worry about stepping on trash, follow all the glasses and stuff like that. Now that I have shown you all the things that could become why you should be able to volunteer, I think the next step is what you can do. And like I said, the Middle Air River Watershed Initiative is through Manchester College. So if you go on manchester.edu/Air River Initiative, you might be able to read more information about the Water cleanup. And also, we have Thierry Michaelis, who is in the Department of Environmental Science here on campus, who is always open to listening to students. And she has her number and her email, and you can contact her with more questions. To summarize what I just said, cleaning the watershed is an area of body where all the water drains and turn into a different source of body water, which could be a river, a lake, or an ocean. Cleaning up the river would be able to provide protection for the wildlife. It would also help us with recreational purposes and professional opportunities that we might not otherwise be able to get. And with billions of dollars at stake and a lot of those opportunities that are here for us, why not do it? Thank you.